sacks for him on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. This one taken in by Cephas. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Milton Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, some strong running. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Yeah, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. He's going to float this over the middle deep. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now back to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The kick by Parkey is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Devontae Smith, 78 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Goff's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, Swift. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay.
They're not even trying to do anything.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 22.
What's the deal, y'all?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On the carry, this is Scott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He's got a first down past the 30. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Eagles, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.